everyone, I'm Will Fuller from EnvisionSelfHealing.com, and we're dedicated to helping you improve your eyesight and quality of life by taking healing into your own hands. And in today's video we're going to be looking at rainy day eye exercises part 2. Now those of you that haven't seen the first video, you can skip back now and have a look at that. And in that video I talk about how you can do sunning if it's a rainy day or a cloudy day and you just don't have that beautiful sunshine, and also how you can actually use a full spectrum light in order to do sunning indoors. Now today I'm going to be looking at an exercise that is really perfect for you to do when it is rainy and miserable outside and you just want to stay indoors. Now a lot of us enjoy those days because it means finally we can just stay in and just get jobs done around the house and do things that we don't feel like we have to go outside because it's a gorgeous day. Don't get me wrong, I do love going outside and spending a lot of time outdoors, but sometimes it is nice just to be forced to stay in and get some stuff done. Now in line of all of that, you can do this exercise that I'm going to talk to you about now. That's really good for doing indoors, and the eye exercise is called palming. Now the reason why this palming exercise is so good to be done indoors is one, it's also quite difficult to do outdoors, because the idea of palming is you're in an as dark environment as possible. Now the reason why that is, and for those of you that don't know what palming is, it's where you place your palms over your eyes, like so, very softly and gently, so that your hands sort of fit just around your eye orbit. And what that's doing is that's blocking all the external light from going to your eyes, amongst some other things. But the main thing that what you're doing there is you're blocking the light from going to your eyes. Now the reason why we want to do that is because the eye responds to light. And it's the light that comes into the eye and then it gets turned into electrical signals that then goes to the brain. So if you think how much our eyes are working all day every day, very rarely do our eyes or that part of the eye get to rest. So by doing an exercise like palming, you're blocking out the sunlight and you're blocking out any light at all. It only takes around 1 photon of light for the eye to be active, so it does need to be a very dark environment in order for the rest to take place. If you think about all the lights outside our windows, or if you've got an alarm clock in your house, or even a radio that has standby on it, it's all these lights that you get inside your room keeping the eye and the optic nerve active, even if the eyelid is closed. So by doing this palming exercise, you are purposefully resting the optic nerve, and you're also taking that time out to spend some time resting your eyes. We don't ever expect our muscles to do the same. Those of you, or for most of us that have had a long day, albeit out shopping or just a long day at work, we know that our feet feel very tired or our legs feel tired by the end of it, at which point we sit down and we rest. Now if you think about it, with our eyes, we've been working our eyes all day, 12, 15 hours at work, and then we come back and we decide to rest. Now when we rest, we watch TV, read a book, surf the internet, watch videos like this, which is fine, you can keep watching these videos. Maybe you could palm while listening to it. And so anyway, we're not resting our eyes, we're still working them. So by doing this exercise, you really are giving your eye that rest. Now it's difficult to get a lot of our rooms dark, at least I hope so, because we want as much light as possible in our homes because of the benefits that light have. But of course when it comes to something like palming, you want to have maybe things like blackout curtains, which are very easy to get your hands on. And also you want to make sure the room is as dark as possible. So this could be difficult because some people say the best time for palming is early in the morning when you're nice and rested. And it's more of a preventative measure. Stop your eyes from getting tired as opposed to just waiting until your eyes are tired. Of course it's good to palm, if your eyes are feeling tired, and certainly in the afternoons. But ideally it's a preventative thing rather than a cure for something. So if it's nice and dark outside, you don't want to go outside, it's a nice time just to stay in and do some palming. For one, it's already going to be darker because you don't have the bright lights. And it's also a time when you're not really in the mood to be active, so it's a nice time for you just to get some rest and just to palm for maybe an hour or half an hour in a nice quiet room, or however it is that you do like to palm. Sometimes people like to choose a nice rainy day to catch up on, say, books or TV shows. Now, you don't necessarily have to read the book in order to enjoy it. You can also use audiobooks. You can head over to iTunes and get a free podcast. You can also listen to the Envision Self-Healing podcast that we do every week. And it gives you a chance to still be active. If you want to be active, you can still be getting the best from your latest lectures, or from, if you're learning anatomy or anything, or even if it's just a Harry Potter book or something on tape, then you can still get the enjoyment from that and palm at the same time. So it's not necessarily like you have to give something up in order to do palming, but you will feel afterwards that your eyes will feel a lot more rested, and doing the palming exercise in an environment where it's rainy and it's not as pleasurable to be outside being active is really a great time for you to rest your eyes and sort of give it that deep rest, as if you were sort of on holiday, ready to be nice and active for when you start work the following week, or whether you're going to be active the next time the sun is out and shining bright. So there we are then, a great tip on a rainy eye exercise that you can do on those days where it's not so bright and gorgeous outside and you're forced to stay in because of the miserable weather. Even though you're not necessarily doing your regular eye exercise routine, palming is such a great way just to take the time out. You can spend a couple of days just doing palming and maybe even rest from the eye exercises that you're doing. It helps change up a bit of the routine, and palming is always a fantastic exercise for you to do, and it's always going to help rest your eyes and help bring you that step further to improving your eyesight. So any excuse to move palming into your program, and certainly a more extensive amount of time of palming. Those of you that have never done a long period of time of palming, then if say you're only used to doing 15 minutes, just try and push it up for half an hour and just see if you feel a difference. Those of you that might do half an hour, try an hour and see if you notice the difference of increased relaxation in your eyes or clarity in the world around you when you've finished palming. So if you enjoyed this tip and you would like any more information, you can always head over to my website at envisionselfhealing.com, and there you'll find a lot more eye exercises that you can do to help improve your eyesight, and also a more lengthy video on palming and how you can actually do that, and some written details there to make sure that you're picking up all the fine points and getting that palming down to a T. You can also catch up on our podcast that we do weekly, and we post that on iTunes, and you can also get your hands on a video version on YouTube. You can also follow me at Twitter on William Fuller EN, and there I do lots of updates on how my visioning's doing and any great tips that I've got on that day for how you can help improve your eyesight. You can also look me up on Facebook, William Fuller Envision, or indeed head over to our Facebook fan page, Envision Self-Healing, and you'll find there lots of pictures and information that we've got going on with our own eyesight and activities that we're getting up to during the week. You can also find a lot more tips and a bit more in-depth information on improving your eyesight and how you can do so by downloading our free ebook, A Modern Day Guide for Improving Eyesight, from our website, and just head over to there now and just download it yourself, and it will take a matter of minutes and you've got yourself a free ebook. So enjoy that one, and as always, feel free to leave any comments below or indeed on our Facebook page or Twitter, and just let us know how you're getting on with your eye exercises. So good luck with your eye exercises this week, and happy healing.